What's going on, you guys? Kenny here, also known as Silent Fan 85. Welcome to another serious mode. As of this recording, it's about midnight here. I wanted to talk to you guys about something though, something that's really important to me. But let me just say first and foremost, forgive the background. I know things look a little rough, but I wasn't prepared for this recording. But it's something near and dear to my heart, so I wanted to touch on it. And I want to just say right out that you, the person watching this, you are worthy of this life. You're a human being. You are worthy of living this life and being able to do so to your full potential. With that said, I say that because there is, in this world right now, a serious lack of empathy for those that are looking for help in a lot of ways. It's not all grim, but you see it a lot nowadays. The lack of treating people as human beings instead of just blaming them for something. Let me go and read to you something, and I'll tell you why I'm reading this. Grace Randolph, she is a movie reviewer. She recently uploaded a review for the Joker movie, and it's been had nothing but great reviews. But there's been this outcry of the movie because people believe that it will incite violence. Now, there's really been no studies, to my knowledge. I could be wrong on this, so correct me if I am. But there's really been no studies to correlate violent video games, violent movies, violent songs, violent music, in connection to violent crimes, shootings, specifically, especially having to do with this case, which is what people fear it might do concerning the movie. This is nothing new when it comes to movies or games or books or TV. It's usually a bit of a go-to argument for cases like this. But what Grace does is she actually puts out a good point. There are some things that some people aren't talking about with this movie. And basically, this was my argument on Twitter. I'm just going to read it verbatim, just because again I'm so tired. I'm actually dealing with some back problems, but I wanted to make this video. Grace has a valid point. Folks argue the Joker movie might incite violence, but what about the lack of caring for those with mental health problems? Millions of people every year are dismissed because they have mental difficulties. Most of these people are asking for help, but no. They're told to shrug it off and go on with life. Where do they go? What if they can't escape? What if they can't shrug it off? What if they can't escape from the mental prison that's inside their head that feels like a tar pit and they can't escape? What do? They just want to get help, but they're dismissed. Because mental health is not taken seriously as it should be. Everybody should be able to get help. Where do they go? What do they do? Live in the dark reality, commit suicide, commit crimes? It's easy to blame the perp and the victim, but it's even easier to ignore the system and the circumstances that continually deny access to mental health care due to finances or sheer ignorance, willful or not, of actual mental health problems. This is the case nowadays. Mental health issues, we are coming to a point that it's getting better about it, but it's still at a point where people just ignore it, or they outright don't accept that people have a mental disorder. Pull up your bootstraps, get over it. It's not that easy. When you are trapped in your own mental prison, PTSD, bipolar, whatever it may be, you're trapped in a prison and you cannot get out for the life of you. It seems like there is no way out. I wouldn't be here right now if I didn't personally have the financial means and the drive to get help. I plan on taking my own life via a bottle of pills. Some of you know this. Some of you also know the deeper aspects of it because of stuff that I went through as a child, because of decisions people made that affected me in such a negative way that they have sat with me for so long and tormented me for so long, and because of hereditary circumstances that I've been diagnosed bipolar. I've been diagnosed with a mental disorder. And this is not something somebody can just escape. Anxiety, depression, whatever issue it may be, these are real issues. And they're not something that can just be shrugged off or gotten over. It doesn't work like that. As much as people want it to, it doesn't work like that. And these issues have been around for a long time. They're only just now, in the last 50 to 60 years, nearly, have really gone mainstream, and people overall, there is a rising in understanding, but people still to this day will willfully remain ignorant of it and won't acknowledge it whatsoever because they don't believe in it. You should be strong. Keep going. I did. Look, the fact of the matter is, people just want to get help. And if we can't recognize that people need help, and most are asking for help, where do we go from the point of denying them that help and just saying get over it when it's not that easy? Look, I personally, I leave that up to you to decide and think about, but I wanted to make this video because there is a message I wanted to say. If you are struggling with a mental disorder, you're not alone. You're not alone whatsoever. I personally have that struggle and have had that struggle and will continue to have that struggle probably for the rest of my life. But what does help, what helps significantly, is to find some sort of support system. A friend, a colleague, a religious leader, a local counselor. If you feel that you need help, seek it out. It will. There are times when it may not be easy to find, but you are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. You are worth it. Do not let anybody deny that you are worth it. Don't even let yourself do that, because that's exactly what these disorders do. They play with you. You're your own worst enemy when it comes to this stuff, and it's your own head messing with you. You are worth it. And hopefully one day, society will come to a better understanding of these disorders and the chemical fluxes in our brain, PTSD, whatever it may be that's affecting. You're worth it. Keep going. Stay strong. You're not alone. And there are people going through the same thing. It may not be the exact same circumstances. It may not even be at the same level that you're suffering right now. But you're worth it. As a human being, you're worth every moment that you can get out of this life. It hits home with me, man. It hits home, and you are worth it. I don't know you. I'll probably never talk with you personally. I'll probably never see you in real life. But you are a human being. You deserve to be treated with respect. You deserve to be able to get help. Help yourself as much as you can. If it's come up that you might need meds, do the meds. The meds help. Talking helps. Counseling helps. Maybe one day we'll be able to get easier access to all this stuff. Depending on where you live in the world, it's not that easy to access these tools that you need help with. There are websites, there are support groups, there are phone numbers you can call to talk to people. Some of these are not professional. Most of these are not professional people on the free services, but it does help. 99% of the time, it helps, and hopefully, you can find that help because you're worth it. Thanks for watching, and I hope you're doing well. Stay strong and stay awesome. Bye.